It's time for the Godly Woman's Guide with Terri Temple.
Hello ladies, welcome to the Godly Woman's Guide. I have a sweet treat for you today. Today I have with me Christian performer Jabrian. So Jabrian, how are you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
That is good. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I'm so happy that you took time from your busy schedule to be here with us. For those of you who do not know, Jabrian is a multi-talented artist. He sings, acts, and is an extremely gifted musician and comedian. As a matter of fact, he wrote the theme song for my show, The Godly Woman's Guide. His latest performance was at the M Hotel here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I heard that when you were in your teens that you were a fashion model. I also heard that when you were 8 years old that you were in a group, an all-boy group called the Blackjacks in a town just outside of Detroit. So how was it growing up in Detroit, a.k.a. Motor City?
You know, it's pretty good with the music scene and everything, pretty good. But you know, people are funny here. Because there's two types of people that go to church. Yeah. Two types. One, the ones that's always early. Who is that? Always early. I ain't talking about a little early. I'm talking about sitting in the parking lot waiting for the deacon to come to unlock the doors to turn the alarm off early. That's early. And two, the ones that's always late. Who's that always late? I'm not talking about a little late. I'm talking about where they got to park in the dirt late. Now that's late. And that was us. Every Sunday, we can never get out of the house on time. Never. I mean, either tie didn't match, sister couldn't find no slip. Now see, that's the story right there in itself. My sister in the slip. There's two things my sister hated in the whole world. One, poisonous rattlesnakes. And two, wearing a slip. Little girls hated wearing the slip because they knew once the slip went on, it could never come off for the rest of the day. Never. We come back from first service, my mother be, girl, take that dress off, but leave your slip on. The slip didn't come off. And then we finally get ready. We go rushing, jump in the car, hit the streets, and it never fails. We get behind a guy driving like a pizza delivery man looking for an address. I mean, he just... And no matter what we do, we can't get around him. We go to the right, he go to the right. We go to the left, he go to the left. And then we finally get fed up. So we speed, cut him off, run two people off the road, run a stop sign and a red light. We sin 5 times on the way to church. Yeah. And then we ask the Lord for forgiveness for the other drivers. Come on, forgive them, Lord, for they know not how they drive. Yep. And then we pull into the building, screeching the tires, rushing in, rush out, rush in the building. And after all that running, all that rushing and running, all you want to do is sit down. That's all you want to do. But you can't. You know why? Because the LPB. Yep, the LPB. You know what that is?
What's that?
That long praying brother. Now, I know you know it. Well, there's one in every congregation, boy. Yep. 2 in mine. Yeah. And ain't nothing wrong with giving an earnest prayer to the Lord. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But this brother be praying about everything. You know what I'm talking about? Father in heaven, thank you for allowing us to come together once again on this first day of the week, Sunday, August 17th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Father of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Father of Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. Father of Peter, Paul, and Mary. Father of Almond Joy, Baby Ruth, and Mrs. Buttersworth. It's on and on. Man, and you ever know anybody would say things that they hadn't been saying? I mean, just saying unnecessary things, you know. I had a friend used to drive me up the wall with that stuff. I say something like, yeah, my cousin had a baby. She just, oh, did she? What she have, a boy? I said, no. A girl? Now let me think. Now, I knew it wasn't a boy. I know that. But I just can't remember what it was. Oh, let me call her back and ask her. Look, if it wasn't a boy, it was a girl, all right? And she wouldn't quit right there. No, she'd take it even further. Tell me, oh, she had a baby girl? I said, no, she had a full-grown woman. Of course she had a baby girl. You ain't have to say that. Man, what you think? She just pushed one out right in the kindergarten and said, boop, now going to class now, going to class. And I tell you, boy, and people know they be careful when they have that first baby, don't they? People be careful when they have that first baby.
Sure do, sure do.
And you know what? I don't care where you at in the world. Whenever a woman hand you a newborn baby, they all say the same 3 words. Same 3. Watch the head. Yep. Watch the head. Watch the head. Watch the head. Like, do anybody care about the rest of the body? Like, man, this is a baby, not a cabbage.
That is funny. You are so funny. You are so funny. He is so funny. As you all know, ladies, the Godly Woman's Guide is a nonprofit organization. What that means is that we only make enough money to pay our bills and nothing beyond that. And we have a wonderful blessing from Jabrian. We have some great news. He has decided to donate to our ministry to help us raise funds. His latest DVD, People Are Funny. It is extremely hilarious. I have listened to it. It is so funny, and it will have your cheeks hurting from laughing. Right now, my jaws are hurting from laughing. But so Jabrian, so how was it taping in front of a live church audience? I saw you perform in Indiana in front of a large church audience, and people were almost falling on the floor from laughing. And at the end of your routine, the deacon went on stage and he said that you had him gagging. I mean, you're just really, really funny, and the people just love you. And you're great, especially once he gets up on stage. Oh, he is awesome. He is awesome. So I heard your show is just a smash. So how is it performing in front of a live church audience?
Well, you know, it was pretty exciting. It was pretty exciting. But, you know, people are funny. People are funny, especially when it comes to raising kids. Now, to raise kids properly, you got to use the 3 B's. Yep, the 3 B's. 1, books. You got to keep them smart. Now, you got to keep them smart. 2, broccoli. You got to keep them strong. Now, you got to keep them strong.
Mm-hmm.
And 3, butt whoopings. To keep them in line. You got to keep them in line. One lady talking about, today we use time out. Yeah, time out for a butt whooping. Yeah, because when I was growing up, anybody could whoop your butt. Yeah, teachers, neighbors, ice cream man. You had one coming, you had it coming. And you know the book of Proverbs says, spare the rod, you spoil the child.
Amen.
Spoil the child, yeah. But you know, now they got this new stuff out, what they call it, ADD, ADDTT, whatever they call it, yeah. See, they had that when I was growing up too, but they call it something else. They call it bad kids. That's what they call it. Because I can see me now. But Ma, I got ADD. She thought, that's all right. I got a BELT to fix that for you right now. Because my mother didn't play ball. She didn't. She would throw at us whatever she was closest to. Yep. Telephone, cat, it didn't matter. Yeah. That's why we would never act up when she was in the kitchen. And she used to whip us with the shoe too. While she was wearing it. But you know, this ADD, ADHD, that stuff is real. I know firsthand. Because I went through it with my kid. Now, I think he had all the letters. Yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. He had everything. And I gave him one job in the house. That was to keep toilet paper on the roll. That was it. That was the only job. Now, somebody say, well, you know, boys should be taking out the garbage. I said, nope, I tried it with him and it didn't work. Now, he'll take the garbage out all right, one piece at a time. He wouldn't even put it in a bag, just sit it out there on the curb. So I gave him one job. Keep toilet paper on the roll in the bathroom. That's it. So one day I go in the bathroom, look down, and ain't no toilet paper on the roll. So I called him on the cell phone. You know, he was just right upstairs. Somebody else talking about, you know, you're spoiling that boy, give him a cell phone. Hey, the way kids up missing today, they're missing all the time. 1 minute they're around the corner, next minute they're in Chicago. It's the only way you can keep up with them. Yeah. So I called him. I said, yeah, I thought you were supposed to keep toilet paper on the roll. He said, but I did. I'm like, look, the cardboard piece don't count, all right? People don't use that part. No, they don't. And what you doing anyway? He talking about, well, I'm getting ready to go to the store. Oh, you going to the store? Okay, bring me a 6-pack of root beer and some hot dogs back. But wait, before you go, bring me some toilet paper down here, okay? I'm sitting there waiting about 5-10 minutes. Next thing I know, I hear the car starting up. Now look, that boy didn't hear nothing but the first thing I told him. You know anybody like that? You can't tell him but one thing at a time. So now I'm sitting there stuck in the toilet, waiting on him to get back. So what you do when you're in there? You know what you do. You pick up that old 1976 edition of TV Guide, the one you won't trade out. You know, the one with the cast of the Brady Bunch on the front of it. Go thumbing through that a little bit. Then he finally show up 95 minutes later. 95 minutes later. Oh, made me mad. And I used to hate sending him to the store anyway, because he would always question me about stuff that I wanted. One time I said, look, just go get me a bag of potato chips. He said, but Dad, what if they ain't got it? I don't know, just give me a sour cream potato chip. But Dad, what if they don't have it? Well, look, just give me barbecue flavor then. But Dad, what if they don't have it? I don't know, just give me cheese flavor. He said, but Dad, what if they don't have it? I said, just bring me a bag of potatoes, okay? I'll cut them out myself. Oh. Yeah, you know, and I was going to get me something to eat the other day. And I went out to the car, put the key in, turn it, look down, ain't no gas in the car. Now, right away, I know it's the kid. Because I'll tell you what, I don't know what he doing. But every time he take the car and come back, there's no gas in the car, it's on E. No matter where he go, if he go to the corner store and come back, it's on E. If he go around the block and come back, it's on E. And I'm like, what are you doing, selling the gas? I don't know, but I got in and, you know, I went to McDonald's. And when I was driving, I looked up and saw McDonald's. There was nobody in the drive-thru. I was happy. I pulled up there, and there was only one car there when I got there. One car. And I should have known I was in trouble when I saw it. Because when I pulled up behind him, he was outside the car, looking up at the menu, doing his face like this. It took him 15 minutes to order his food. 15 minutes! I said, what you ordering, Thanksgiving dinner? And then when I finally pulled up to the front, the lady asked me, hello, I welcome to McDonald's. My name is Maria. Would you like to try our strawberry parfait? You know, where we take some strawberries, twirl it around, then we take some ice cream and twirl it around, then we take some nuts and twirl it around, then we take some ice cream and twirl it around. And no, I just want an egg McMuffin and a chocolate mocha coffee. She thought, what? Fish sandwich? I said, no, egg McMuffin, chocolate mocha coffee. Then she thought, a happy meal? I said, no, look. I want one egg McMuffin and one chocolate mocha coffee. And then it just went silent for like 15 minutes. Then she said, is that all? That's all I asked for. What the fuck is that all? Yeah. And then she talking about, well, you know, our mocha machine is broke. Can you pull over and wait? I said, look, if I had time to pull over and wait, I'd have came inside.
That's right. That's right. That is so true. That is so true. One thing I like about your comedy that makes you stand apart from other so-called Christian comedians is that you are a serious Christian and all your jokes are clean. All your comedy, everything you do is clean. So what type of comments have you had from church folk and from Christians?
Well, you know, a lot of them say that they didn't know you can mix comedy with soul winning and get together and everything. And they say it's nice to hear good, clean comedy. And I've been asked to return everywhere I've performed.
Yes, I understand why. I understand why. Well, I know when I had saw him perform in Indiana, at the end of the show, he gave the invitation and 2 people got baptized. So it is true that you can perform gospel with comedy, and he pulls it off. I have never seen a Christian comedian. I mean, he is a true, genuine Christian comedian. I have never seen anyone pull that off like that and do that. And it was just so amazing. And when those people came up to get baptized, I just knew God was in that room. I mean, he really, really, really did an excellent performance. That was really great. I mean, you deserved a standing ovation that night. If my memory serves me correctly, I think you got one. You are really, really gifted from the Lord. That is great. So, so that is great. So what about godly women or men? Do you have any advice for us?
Yeah, I got a little advice for you, you know, because people are funny, you know. Now, I know women like to wear hats to service. For the women, if your hat is 3 feet or taller, please sit in the back row. Please sit in the back row. Because it's very hard to see the service trying to look around your hat. The other day I had to stack 2 chairs on top of each other just to see the preacher. So sit in the back row, please. And for the men, if your shoe size is size 13 or larger, don't stick it out in the aisle during the service and pat it like that. No, don't do that. No. Because you got people walking by, visitors. It's a disaster waiting to happen. So keep your foot under the pew at all times during the service. And for the men too, don't spend all your gas money flying all over the country, all over these dating lines, looking for a woman when you got a good woman right there in your own congregation.
Amen.
You got a good woman right there in the church.
Amen.
Save yourself some time and get you one of them good church women right there in your own congregation.
Amen.
And there's some rules to service I like to go over. You know, everything got rules. Everything. You play baseball, you got rules. You drive a car, you got rules of the road. But there's some rules of service. Now, when it comes down to taking communion, you know, when the cracker come by, don't pick up the whole cracker, bite it, and put it back on the tray. No, don't do that. No, don't do it. Jesus broke a piece, you break a piece. Yep. The other day I picked up a piece, had a piece of lipstick on it. Now I know it wasn't my color, so don't do that. Don't do that. No. And when the drink come by, don't pick up the cup, sip a little bit, and put it back on the tray. No, don't do that. Because the next person don't know if it's a new or old drink. They don't know. The Bible says drink ye all of it. And if you can't drink it all, keep it in your jaw, pour it in your hand, something, but don't put it back on the tray. Don't put it back on the tray. No. And when it comes to collection, keep your hand out the collection plate. Know the difference between the collection. That's why they call it collection plate. So when it come by, don't be grabbing $3 or $4 for gas or nothing like that, trying to make change or nothing. No, don't do that. No. And distinguish the difference between the collection plate and the garbage. Because, you know, I help out sometimes with that, and I'll be finding everything in the plate. You know, candy wrappers, hair rollers, chicken bones, everything. Don't do that. No. Now, I know in the Bible, they said they gave God 10% of all they had. But I don't think that included their garbage. I don't think it did. Don't think it did. You know what? People are funny, too, about having kids. People don't have a lot of kids. You rarely see somebody with 3 or 4 kids today, you know. But back down south in Mississippi in the olden days, if you didn't have 9 kids, you didn't have none. No, you didn't have none. But that was going to cause a problem later on, you know. Because you ain't going to remember all the names of them grandkids. You ain't going to remember all them names. No. Because I remember when I was little, I was walking by my grandmother. She wanted me for something. She couldn't remember my name. So she just called out all the names. Peanut, Ginger, Sonny, Coosie, John, Cat, Rose, Faye, Jr., Beverly, Ross, B, Charles, Jr., Quincy, Aaron, Stacy, girl, boy. Reach me my sweater, it's cold. Oh.
That is so funny, and that is so true, because I know one of my uncles, matter of fact, 2 of my uncles, they both had at least 15 kids. One of them had like 20, and he has like 50 grandkids. So, but today people really don't. They don't have as many kids as they used to. That's so funny. It's true, but it's so funny. So what do you think about Christians in the church today?
Well, let me tell you, we want everything at the church today. Everything. You know, I called one of them super churches, I think they call it mega churches. Yeah. And I asked them, I said, what time the first service start? And they talk about, well, the 8 o'clock is sold out. Like, sold out? I ain't never heard no church being sold out. Like, who preaching? Brad Manilow? One of the OJs? Who is it? And you know what? You can do anything at these big churches today. Anything. I remember when I was growing up, the only thing that you can buy at the church was a soda. Right in the foyer, they had a little soda machine. You put your money in, slide down your pop. That's it. Not today, boy. You do anything in these big churches. Go to Starbucks, McDonald's, get your oil change, just anything, boy. It's just too much. And you know what I heard? Some churches getting greedy. Yeah, there's such thing as a greedy church. Now you can tell the church getting greedy by what they use to collect the offering now. Now remember when it started, it was just collection plate. Then it went from the plate to the salad bowl. Then it went from the salad bowl to the picnic basket. Then it went from the picnic basket to the pillowcase. Now, you know that ain't right. That ain't right. You don't use no pillowcase like that. No. A pillowcase used for 2 reasons. 1, covering a pillow. And 2, trick-or-treating. Yeah. You know you finna do some serious trick-or-treating when you take the pillowcase. Yeah. You know you can. Yeah. And I got to say this. I got to say it. sometimes we put on too much cologne or perfume in the service. Yep. Now I say cologne and perfume because men and women are guilty of this. Now I know everybody want to smell good and everything, but sometimes you can go too far. You can go too far. Now how far is too far? If you come through the doors for service on Sunday and an army of mosquitoes, gnats, honeybees, and fruit flies come with you, then you done went too far with the cologne and perfume. You went too far.
That is so funny. That is so true. I've been guilty of that on more than one occasion. So that is true. Sometimes I do go too far. Well, ladies, you've heard it from the horse's mouth. As you can see, Jabrian is extremely gifted and funny. He is extremely funny. So I encourage you to please make a donation to our ministry of any amount, and you will receive a free copy as a gift, a copy of Jabrian's DVD, People Are Funny. It is extremely hilarious. I've watched it countless times, and every time I hear it, I laugh like I never heard it before. It's so true. He is so funny and so gifted. Thank you so much, Jabrian, for taking time out of your busy schedule being here with us today. You are so funny and so gifted. So please keep them laughing, and please keep traveling around to the churches and encouraging all of the people in the churches to accept the invitation of Jesus Christ and even to put on Jesus in baptism. You are really a gift to the church. He really is. He really is. So go, please, ladies, go online to our website at thegodlywomensguide.org. You can learn more information on how to get your copy of this very extremely funny DVD, People Are Funny. Hold on a moment and I'll be right back. Would you like to please God and have your heart desires fulfilled? Of course you do. We all do. It's human nature. Therefore, I encourage you to get a copy of my newest book, The Godly Woman's Guide to Inner and Outer Beauty. This book will help you discover God's good and perfect will for your life, show you how to lose weight and keep it off the godly way, help you find and wed a godly man, and give you tips to keep your marriage strong, and much more. If you are a church leader, a Bible class teacher, I highly recommend you get a copy for the women in your congregation and for your ladies' Bible class. It will really save them a lot of heartache and trouble in life and help them be a better Christian and a godly woman. Did you know books make one of the best gifts to give to a person? The reason they make excellent gifts is due to the fact that books, just like the Bible, has the power to change lives. I personally give them as gifts all the time, and I encourage you to do the same. The Godly Woman's Guide to Inner and Outer Beauty is available at all major bookstores. But if you make a minimum donation of $25 to my women's ministry, you will receive an autographed signed copy by me and other free gifts. You can order a copy online at thegodlywomensguide.org, and this book will greatly bless you and your life. Thank you so much for listening. See you later. May God, our Holy Father in heaven, continue to bless you so that you may always be a blessing wherever you go. Bye-bye. Ladies, thank you for joining me today. I hope you have enjoyed the show with my guest today, Christian performer Jabrian. You can learn more about him and book him to perform at your church or your birthday party on his website at jabrian.info. That's JBRIAN.info. It should be on the screen. You won't regret hiring him to come to your church or your birthday party. I'm serious. He will have people rolling on the floor. He is so funny. He is really gifted, and he's way much funnier in person and when he's on stage. He's just really hilarious. So whatever you do, please consider making a donation to help us keep this ministry on air. It will be greatly, greatly appreciated. You may do so by visiting our website at thegodlywomensguide.org. You can also give us a call at 702-785-1884. If our lines are busy or you get a message, please leave your phone number and we will call you back. You can also mail your gift to The Godly Woman's Guide at 5546 Camino Al Norte, number 2472, North Las Vegas, Nevada, 89031. All donations come with free shipping, 0 taxes, and free gifts. If you have any questions or prayer requests, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I look forward to hearing from you. My number is 702-785-1884, and I always look forward to getting your emails. My email address is terrytemple5@aol.com. gmail.com. So I look forward to hearing from you. Please join me next week at the same time on the same channel. Remember, you can also watch all of my videos on my YouTube channel under Terri Temple. May God, our Holy Father in heaven, continue to bless you so that you may always be a blessing wherever you go. See you later. If you are watching and enjoying this show, I encourage you to go online and to please make a donation to our ministry to not only keep this show on air, but to also support our sister ministry, Jesus Feet. Jesus Feet is a ministry I launched a few months ago to help feed and clothe orphans and to employ widows around the world. Our first project is taking place right now in Kenya in a slum area called North Rift in Eldoret. In that area, the majority of the people live way below the poverty line, and some even die of starvation. However, through Jesus Feet, you can help us make a difference in their lives. We have begun to employ the women and widows there to make dresses for us. These dresses will be placed on our website and sold for tax-deductible donations to keep this ministry going. The dresses are high quality and handmade, not factory made. I personally picked out the fabric and they are gorgeous and plan to wear some of them on the show. But we need your help to keep this much needed project going. So I ask you to please go online and make a donation of any amount today, whether it's a couple of dollars or more. Whatever amount you give will be greatly appreciated and put to good use. By the way, all donations come with free gifts. I want to remind you that the Word of God says that whatever we give will be returned to us, pressed down and overflowing. So please help us be God's hands and Jesus' feet to a hurting world. Thank you for listening. Please go to my website at thegodlywomensguide.org and click on the Jesus Feet icon. May God, our Holy Father in heaven, continue to bless you. May you always be a blessing wherever you go. See you later.
Ladies, we hope you enjoyed the Godly Woman's Guide TV show. Please go online to learn more about Christian author and magazine editor Terri Temple. You are also encouraged to get a copy of Terri's latest books and DVDs, which are tax deductible. Or you may make a donation to her ministry, which is designed to uplift and empower godly women around the world. Allow Terri to help you become all that God desires you to be, so that you will be greatly blessed and have your heart's desires fulfilled. Go online today at thegodlywomensguide.org.
Thank you for watching the Godly Woman's Guide TV show. Lots of hurting women in the church and in the world, and the Bible-based information I offer is rarely taught, but it is much needed. Therefore, I am asking you to financially support this ministry. You can do that by making a monetary donation or buying my books or DVDs. Many women are shy about approaching church members and church leaders on sensitive issues. So that is why I also offer free Bible-based counseling. So please consider making a donation, which is also tax deductible. Thank you for your prayers and support and for listening. It is greatly appreciated. God be with you. May He continue to bless you so that you may always be a blessing wherever you go.
Thank you for watching The Godly Woman's Guide with Terri Temple.